Today's experience with Scott Michaels at Dearly Departed online is the George Wellwood Murray Cemetery. Doesn't say cemetery on this, but that's where we are in beautiful Palm Springs. It's a cool 90-something degrees today. And look at that, what a beautiful place. I'll show you the view around here. Those mountains. Sometimes you can see those rams up there, whatever they're called. Say in the comments, I'm sure I'll get one. But look at that, isn't it beautiful? Beautiful road to go to those very expensive houses. And this is a cool place. And I thought it might be closed, but it's not closed. It's open. And we're gonna have a quick little wander around here. And there's someone in here I was gonna look for.
This 2-acre cemetery was established in 1917 by Dr. Wellwood Murray. Dr. Murray was one of Palm Springs' largest landowners, and he established the first hotel in Palm Springs in 1886. Buried in the cemetery are dozens of prominent Palm Springs pioneers. And in 1956, the area outgrew the cemetery, and Desert Memorial Park was established a few miles from here. That's where Sinatra, Sonny Bono, and many more are buried.
Well, those are clearly artificial because they last 0.002 seconds here in this heat. The song is ended, but the melody of our love will be in my heart forever. Miss you, my baby John. You are sweet. This is a very tiny cemetery. It's sort of almost difficult to even find on the maps. There's another distinctive one. Clarence Clark Neal. More Neals. Those are pretty. Golf course. Well, now I'm going to go in the deep dive and look for who it is that we're actually looking for. God, isn't it beautiful? So in very typical cemetery fashion, we found the coordinates, or I should say the grave numbers. And I still, after doing this for so many years, I still haven't been able to figure those out, decipher that cemetery code. But here we are. This is the grave of Maestro HUGO Montenegro, 1925 to 1981.
Montenegro was a composer and an orchestra leader, probably most famous for his interpretation of the good, the bad, and the ugly, featuring Muzzy Marcelino's famous whistling. That made it to number 2 in the charts.
That's a piece of music.
But he also did background music for The Flying Nun, The Monkees, I Dream of Jeannie. Did you know that there were lyrics to that theme song?
Jeannie, fresh as a daisy, just love how she obeys me.
Montenegro composed the soundtracks for Charro with Elvis, Lady in Cement with Frank Sinatra, The Ambushers and The Wrecking Crew, Dean Martin movies, Matt Helm movies, and that music was also used in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. His music was also used in a very Brady sequel, The Simpsons, Perfect Strangers, Ferris Bueller, The X-Files. So his music lives on. Montenegro, whose nickname was the Quad Father for his use of quadraphonic 4-channel sound, died of emphysema in his home in Palm Springs on February 8th of 1981. He was survived by his wife and 2 children.
Well, that was a fun afternoon journey. Thank you for joining me. Before we go home, we wanted to stop at the Palm Springs Art Museum and see the future location for the Marilyn Monroe statue that's literally got everyone's panties in a bunch right now, because they're closing off this road for it. And this was previously open to traffic, and it's in front of the Art Museum, and people are angry because they're going to look up Marilyn's skirt when they leave the Art Museum, and it's misogynistic and all that other business. So, but this is going to be it.
The 26-foot-tall Forever Marilyn statue by Seward Johnson stood in another location in Palm Springs from 2012 to 2014. It was so successful that a local business organization purchased the statue to bring back to Palm Springs.
Straight up. And Marilyn's skirt will be blowing up right here. Ooh. So who knows when it's going to actually be put here. It's still up, and people are still fighting it because the city sort of just went ahead and did it without really letting it go to a vote. I think that's why people are more angry about it than they are about it being looking up somebody's panties. But here you are. That's what it's all about, and this is it. So she will, as far as I know, end up right here.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe below and hit the little bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Now, when are they going to erect a statue for the late, great Rusty Warren?
You heard me.